Welcome back to Oak Bridge Farm, episode 22. We are headed up to the sale point. We need to get some more chicken feed. They are completely out. On the previous episode, we were doing our green bean harvest. We wanted to get that done and over with. Into the production, and that is running. Making jarred green beans as we speak. As I'm filming this, update 1.9 came out. So that hopefully they fixed the precision farming issues. There's also another option that came up into the menu here. We scroll down on game settings. Realistic spread pattern and speed dependent application. I'm going to leave those two on. And what that'll do, if we do end up stopping at a spot and we keep getting overlap of lime or fertilizer, it's actually going to build up and our numbers will be even higher on that. I think I would like to keep that there. It'll be a little more realistic. Of course, you can shut that off if you wish. Nice to have those options. I think what we're also going to do here too is we'll go ahead and purchase this field right here on the left. That's linseed. We were talking about it on a previous episode, but we should buy it before we advance so they don't harvest it because it's going to be ready next month. Number 9. Go ahead and purchase that. 296,000. All right, it is ours. We still have another 159,000. We are, of course, free and clear from our loan, so we don't have to worry about that. But we do have to buy a header for our combine. I think we'll wait probably one more month just in case it does come up in the sales. I don't expect it to, but just in case, because we won't harvest until next month. We definitely got to get our chickens topped up here. Our pigs are also going to be ready to sell because we'll be at 24 months next month. Let's see, we're going to do barley. It's cheaper. Got one pallet spawn there, it looks like. Shouldn't be too many. Be pretty manageable. I don't know if we're gonna do green beans again. Maybe we will, depending on how much time we go. I guess that easy development controls is in, I think it's in testing or about to be in testing, because it was the author of it says it's ready to go. We're just kind of waiting on that before we start the next series, because I want to make the machines. We're gonna do a vintage playthrough, and I want to make sure like it's all like mudded up and scraped up and all that good stuff before we get started on that. Just make it a little more immersive, since it's not far away if it's in testing. Another viewer also brought to my attention that you don't need a tractor hooked up to this. Keep the auto dump unless you load the save again. So we're going to put that to the test. We'll unhook it here. We'll see if that ends up working. We'll know right away. Okay, so I think let's stack this, shall we? We should be using the skid steer too to do that. We don't want to miss out on our eggs. We should actually move those pallets, really. I feel like the egg carton graphics are a little like pixelated. They're not like, I don't know if they got worse or if that's always been that way. They just don't seem very graphically appealing. Yeah, again, these won't sell until November. We're gonna get quite the stack stacked up. We could probably, hate to like sell them too soon just in case of, I don't know, I'm not sure how long our series is gonna go here. But I think that mod should be up before too long. I really want to get started on that vintage playthrough. But again, we got to enjoy what we have until we're ready. Okay, so I think we're ready to advance. Like I said, the pigs will be ready to sell next month as well. We might go another month because I do want to sell this oddball. So we can squeeze a little, well, we're only talking about a few $100s, I guess. Yeah, we'll probably just go ahead and sell them all next month. But we're just going to start the harvest and get concentrated on that first. I think our green beans will probably be done. We can check those in the morning. Okay, let's advance and we'll see if we got the header in the sales. Okay, good morning. Let's see if this dumped. It sounds like it did. The viewer was correct. Thank you for telling me that. We just would have to, like I said, every playthrough we load up, or after we quit out of the game, rather, we would have to hook the tractor up and reset it every time. But we have to do that anyway, even with the tractor hooked up. But again, it frees up a tractor if we need it. Okay, sales, fingers crossed. No, it's not in there, so we're gonna have to buy that. Let's check on these fields should be ready to go. Not mistaken. Indeed they are. We will start on 9 since our harvester's up there. We'll get started on that. Like we got a 101 expected yield on that. Our crop here looks pretty good as well. Again, there's no nitrogen value because it's part of the, well, it's a specialty crop that was built into the map, so I don't think there was one put on for that. And we're going to find out if we can store this in the silo or not, because I'm not absolutely sure we can. The best price to sell that will be later towards December. The longer we can hold on to it, the better. Maybe it'll all fit in the wagon. We can just hold on to it in the wagon. Is our production done? It is. Jarred green beans. What did we end up with for pallets? Let's check that out. So we know how many we got to deal with. Not much at all. 4 pallets. We did all those green beans. We got 4 pallets. That doesn't seem like that's balanced right. Conversion for it is 100 green beans to 45 jars. Alright, let's buy the header. For that combine, we'll just do combinations so we get the correct one. Let's see, I believe it was this one. Yep, one owned. Combinations. So we could either get the 7.5 or the 8.5. We might as well get the extra meter. Purchase that. And then we need the combinations on this. Shame you can't do it within the menu. Oh no, that's a 4-wheel wagon. Actually hoping that would have been the 2-wheel. But we can't really back that up. It is what it is. We'll just leave it all stock. We need the license plate for the road, of course. Okay, let's pop on down. We're gonna need the tractor too, I suppose. We did get this combine on, so we should actually fix this up now that we have the change. We get the best possible harvest out of it. Okay, repair 5,000. Maybe we could use that forklift to get it over there. I don't think it has a hitch on the back though, but if it did, we'll give it a shot. It does, look at that. Perfect. Now we can run it down to our field so we get the harvest started. And we could probably send, we're gonna need, it doesn't turn very well. The back wheels do articulate on the trailer, which will help us avoid collisions. Okay, we'll swing in. Something like that, that should be perfect. Easy and accessible. And we'll try to just, it might be kind of tricky to get out of there with the, we could try to put it on the harvester. If it becomes too much of a task, we can bring up the smaller tractor, I guess. Okay. Back into the new beast. We'll have to see how often we're gonna have to dump. I'm gonna double check our yield bonus. Oh yeah, we need to buy the precision data too. Let's do that. Purchase soil information. Almost $2,000 for that. Yeah, so we have. Now we can look at the yield. So our pH is actually a little low. guess it doesn't really say the yield on that either, does it? We'll find out when we start harvesting here. Alright, first time firing her up. Now this was a combination of this harvester, so it should be compatible. Felt like we're going a little bit slow there. Going up that hill. But we got the linseed coming in. Let me put a GPS. A nice square field, so it should work out pretty well with us. This. Alright. It is off. Yeah, it almost seems like it's a little slow getting going there with this header. But here it is, a new crop. Linseed coming in. Yeah, we're definitely going to need to bring the trailer down. It's going to fill up rather quickly. Wow, it's going to fill up really quick. And I will definitely see if we can put that into the storage area. I'm not absolutely sure it'll let us. That's something we'll find out here, I guess. Okay, we have the... We'll see if this is going to go into the silo. I hope it does. Might not show it here. We'll try everything we can. And it might not because it is... Oh, there we go. Excellent. 33,000 going in our silo. Corn and linseed. Let's check the... how much we're going to get for some of this stuff. Linseed. I think this is going to be a pretty profitable crop. We're going to go ahead and also switch to the Steyr because this Kubota is a little underpowered, I feel like. Pulling this wagon. Will we sell this? We're going to have to probably either purchase or rent another wagon. It's just going to be too many back and forths otherwise. We'll just put them off on workers because that's going to be a lot. There we go. So yeah. Again, 35,000. 36. 44,000 just for that one way. This is going to be really profitable. That is awesome. Yeah, we'll grab the Steyr over here. Drop that off. We'll just put this off on the livestock wagon so we remember to get to this. I don't know if we'll get to it in this episode. It's ready to go otherwise. We're having an issue with the header that we purchased on for the New Holland. So what I want to do is, when we get back, I'm going to purchase that smaller header. It does not, it seems like it's too much power for it, which makes no sense to me because we went to combinations and it should be fine. It's just like when you're reversing, it's like ridiculously slow unless you shut the header off. And to me, I'd rather have an optimized combine rather than underpowering it with a bigger header. But we'll get back, we'll do the old switcheroo, and we'll see if that makes a difference. We can sell that one back, I suppose. Combinations. I don't know why it came up in combinations if it's going to have a hard time. I mean, it's not much lighter. Give it a shot, though. Okay, so we'll fire it up. So yeah, the issue's backing up. No, it backs up just as slow, too. And forward, yeah, there's just such a delay and it's slow. That's interesting. I thought for sure this would have been better. Yeah, it takes forever to get up to speed. Only 20 hours on this thing. It shouldn't be that much of a difference, but I guess it is. Okay, well, I guess we'll just return this. And then we'll get back to the harvest, I guess. Looks like we had just enough room to finish the rest of the linseed. That was a very fruitful field. That was insane. We'll get this in the wagon, get it back to the farm. I'm gonna try to, like I said, we'll try to get the header, I think, back with the combine. We'll send the trailer down on a worker. And then we'll try to snake this header and harvester back to the farm. And then what I think we're going to do to finish up the episode, we'll probably sell those pigs, change it up a little bit. Crazy how good of a yield that is. We kind of got to start looking at our next crop for next year. Let's see. Linseed is obviously profitable, but I think we're going to do something else. if we do barley, could use that for chicken feed. That is actually supposed to plant, well, this month. So we could do that while the harvest is going on too, although our hands are kind of pulled back and forth. That's a very good harvest on the linseed. That's crazy how much, or how quickly that goes and fills up. Might even be a little overpowered. Okay, let's give this a shot. Set destination. There they go. Should be alright. And we'll try our luck with this. This is going to need lime up here too, so we can give that a try. We were a little bit shy. With the new features, it'd be nice to try that out. See how well that works. Yeah, that one doesn't snap on that trailer, does it? Is it good? Is it too far? It's not too bad. I don't want to lose it on the road. Especially on this small road here. There's not much working room. I think what we'll do... Actually, I don't think there's a collision on these trees, or these bushes. It might be alright. I was going to make a circle, but... There we go. Yeah, with the articulating rear wheels on this, it actually ain't too bad. Yeah, that auger was really moving too, which is really interesting why that was happening, because, you know, we weren't real close to it. It's like I was thinking the ground deformation was like maybe shaking it off, but we were like, there was no tire tracks by that, you know, the axles of the auger. And this ain't gonna be able to sit here because we have to get access to our roller and stuff, so kind of crazy how like it takes forever to get everything where you need it, where stuff's gonna work. I guess this is kind of like the first, I suppose we use the corn, but this is kind of the first official time we're really using the silo as intended. There we go. Yeah, this will be worth quite a chunk of change. LINSEED, 97,000 in January. It's probably gonna take us, what, about 3? Yeah, I think 3 times back and forth. We don't necessarily need to rent a trailer for that. I guess we could just chug along and do it. We're gonna need this on the upper field. Let's just drive this up there. That'll be ready to go for the next episode. Get some use out of this road. Leave it right here. Oh yeah, we're gonna actually have more linseed than the 3 loads because we got all this to do yet. There'll be definitely a lot of back and forth. We should maybe... Well, let's leave the time, because if it gets dark on us, so be it. Might make it more interesting. Yeah, let's just leave this right here. Like I said, we'll take care of selling the pigs. Finish out. We have one at 20 months. Let's get that one too. All right. Definitely should slow down our food consumption for a little bit. And now we'll get a nice little profit. Okay. Go. Sell. There we go. Let's see what our grand total is for livestock. I think it's probably the same. Sold animals, 32,000. Nice. Okay. I'm going to take this back to the farm, and on the next episode, we're going to get the next linseed field harvested. We're going to get the lime on that field that we just harvested, and then we'll have to, I guess if we're going to do barley, we should probably get on that too. We'll get a jam-packed episode coming up.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you on the next one.